How about, hello you guys. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. I don't even know where to begin. I can say this. I'm very happy to be here. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tracy Halter, and I am the new drama teacher here. I am so excited for you to see your kids perform. They have worked extremely hard. Last week I was sick and they had to rehearse on their own, and they took hold of the reins and they were amazing. I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening tonight. There are no bells and whistles. Yeah, they are the bells and whistles, all right? Not a lot of sound, not a lot of costumes, not a lot of anything like that, just them. I like doing theater like this. And later on, when I have more than about 4 or 5 months under my belt, we may have some bells and whistles, right? So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit, just about me, about your kids, and about tonight. So one of the questions that I continue to get that I'm going to answer right now is, how did you leave UT after working for 15 years there and come to William Blount? And I will tell you that a lot of people say, well, usually people go from high school to college, but you went from college to high school. And I will tell you, one of the reasons is the reason why I wanted to teach theater changed. During COVID shutdown, we all know what that was like, right? We shut down, we kind of went into ourselves. Introverts had a party, right? But we kind of went into ourselves. But as adults, we know how to come out of that. Yes, we remember what it's like to look somebody in the eyes. We remember what it's like to have conversations and be in a room full of people. Our kids didn't. And so they shut down even more, right? They did all their schoolwork on computer. And then they were told not to go outside, not to go to a neighbor's, not to do anything, right? Our family kind of didn't do that. But anyway, we were told not to do that, so then what do they have to do, right? Netflix or their phones. I found that high schoolers were riddled with anxiety, not able to look someone in the eye, very self-conscious, not able to have conversations. And I realized that the things that we teach in theater will help them become better people. That's why I'm here. Empathy, kindness, disagreeing with someone and not leaving the room, and still having friends and conversations. Being able to step inside the soul and the skin of another human being. When we do character work, we have to look at a character and not say, oh, I would never do that. I would never act like that. We have to step inside of them and say, what is it about them? Why they think the way they think? Why they do what they do, right? How much better would not only our society, but our whole world be if we did that? Instead of looking at someone because they have on a particular shirt or hat or any of that, and deciding to write them off and go and talk about them on the internet, what would happen if we actually looked at each other? That's what I am reteaching. That's what we are learning. There is an abundance of talent on stage. I didn't even know. Those of you who work here are going to be surprised at some of the students and what they can do. Parents, you are going to be surprised, and some of you are going to be affirmed. Like, whoa, I knew you could do that. Yes? There is a wealth of talent and different experiences. I'll give you a couple of examples. The show's only an hour, so I'm going to talk for a minute. So, I have Carrie Coulter. Carrie Coulter had one acting class under her belt. I saw her in class and said, I'm putting you in a show. And she said, you sure? And I said, yeah. And she went, okay. And then I have Nikki Adams. Nikki Adams has been here for 4 years, has done 7 shows. She knows about this theater way more than I do. She knows enough about every part of this side of the building to be dangerous. Yeah, she does. She does. And one of the things that she is learning now is how talented she actually is. She's learning how to hold her head up on stage. And she's learning that she's a lot more talented than she thinks she is. Yes. I have 2 guys who came into my theater class and went, I like to build stuff. Well, you are going to see them perform tonight. One of them is learning how to be a stage manager. And then I have the kids who come to me. Jacob Turner, who just showed up in my classroom and went, hey, I don't know you, and you don't know me, and I'm not in any of your classes, but can I be in the show? And I was like, okay. And then he shows up the next day, hey, I hear there's a field trip, and I'm not in your class, but if somebody can't go, can I go? He just kept showing up, These are the people that you're going to watch tonight. Taking risks, learning how to do hard things, getting over their nerves. That's what life is about. Learning how to do hard things and taking risks. And I know you're going to be proud of them. I'm going to leave you with one more story, and then we're going to get started. One of my stories is of a young man who came to William Blount 2 weeks after we started. He came here by himself, leaving one parent to come and live with another parent. He traveled across 2 to 3 states to get here. Walked into my class and didn't talk to anyone for a week. I would check at lunchtime and he would be sitting in a corner alone. That kid has become one of my biggest leaders. He helped with set and props and lights. And there is nothing like watching him come in the classroom in the morning, get in one of the scooty chairs, and scoot this close to my face and go, hey, Miss Halter, what's up? And that smile. Man. The fact that he smiles makes all of this worth it. I want to tell you just one thing about this faculty and staff here. They love your kids. I'm telling you right now, they love your kids. I've never been to a place where there are so many faculty and staff members that started here and never left. Never left. That says something. It's hard to teach teenagers. It's hard to live with them. I have 3 teenage girls. Lord, pray for me by name. I have 3 teenage girls and a preteen boy, and I chose to spend all day with teenagers. Faculty and staff are like that. From the administrative staff to the overworked maintenance team who are cleaning up after your nasty kids. Yes, it's an amazing place. You should be proud of your school. You should be proud of your kids. And I tell you what, even if we have 4 lights up working, I'm not going anywhere. Have a great time. I'm gonna go push buttons. Hey, if the sound doesn't work, I don't know who the sound person was. She's new. Be patient. All right, have a great time. Enjoy your babies. Thank you for coming. Welcome to our night of theater, you guys.
In the dark and your sweat soaking through the floor. Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. It's taking your breath, stealing your mind. And all that's real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for your head. It's only this moment of courage. It's blinding, outshining anything that's good. You surrender cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's blood and open. It's the winter and the Poland and your blood is open. There's something breaking out the brick of every wall that's holding on to you. Tell me, do you want to go? Covered in all the color night. Run away from running the night. Impossible come true. Taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down. And the sun gets
I'm a smart, competent person. Lots of people who are more stupid than I am can learn how to drive. I can certainly learn how to drive. I was feeling cocky and expansive. The teacher and I chatted. Do you like teaching? I don't know. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see the teacher shaking his head. What had I done? I suppose this was when it came home to me that what I was learning was potentially deadly, and I had better pay attention. For the next lesson, I decided that my problem was I was too tense, and if I could just relax, the whole thing would come naturally. I counted to 3 in a different language at each stop sign. I told stupid jokes. I blathered on about the psychology of learning, and I realize now that I did it to sound smart, because she knew how to drive, and I didn't. You know, I think the problem with driving is, all of a sudden, you're like 2,000 pounds heavier, and what you sort of have to do is relearn the boundaries of where you went, you know? The powers that be have told you that you can go ahead. You have the required skills, freedom, and you realize with a painful clarity that you do not know how to drive. The powers that be know nothing. There's only one brake, and you are the only one that can use it. You must make all the decisions. Is it now safe to make this left-hand turn? There is no one able to remind you of speeding and its dire consequences. No sign on top of the car that says, "New at this, thank you for getting out of the way." And there, suddenly, you are. This is lesson 6. I've been driving for a while now, and I'm not dead yet. Although driving in traffic still gives me a certain amount of indigestion, what I now love to do is to take my little car out very late at night or early in the morning and just drive when no one knows I'm gone. I wonder if other people do this. What I do not like is driving with passengers in the car.
I look into your eyes and I think back to the son of mine. You're as old as he was,
Zachary. I put the gun down on the piano bench, and I went out in the kitchen and made a pitcher of lemonade. I was dying of thirst. My mouth dry as a bone. I made it just the way I like it, with lots of sugar and lots of lemon, about 10 lemons in all. I then poured 2 trays of ice and stirred it with my wooden stirring spoon. I drank 3 glasses, one right after another. They was large glasses, about this tall. And then all of a sudden, my stomach kind of swelled all up. I think what caused it all was all that sour lemon. And then what I did was, I wiped my mouth with the back of the hand like this. I did it to clear those little beads of water that would sit up there. And then I called up to Zachary. I said, Zachary, I made some lemonade. Could you use a glass? But he didn't answer. So I poured him a glass anyway and took it to him. And there he was, just lying on the rug, looking up at me trying to speak words. And I said, what? Lemonade? You don't want it? Would you like a Coke instead? And then I got the idea. He was trying to tell me to call on the phone for medical help. So, I got on the phone and I called the hospital. I gave him my name and address, and I told him my husband had been shot. He was lying on the rug, and there was plenty of blood. I guess it's gonna look kind of bad, me making that lemonade before I called the hospital. I tell you, I think the reason I made the lemonade, besides the fact that my mouth was bone dry, was because I was afraid to call the authorities. I was afraid. I really think I was afraid that they would see that I had tried to shoot Zachary. In fact, that I had shot him. And they would accuse me of murder and send me away to jail. In fact, that's what did happen. That just happened. Because here I am about ready to go from Parchment Prison Farm. Why, yes, I am practically on the brink of utter doom. Why, I feel so alone.
Oh, hey! Popeye's going to be using this red material to make my costume for this firecracker contest. You see, I registered today. See, Elaine was Miss Firecracker way back when she was just 18. Anyway, that was way back the first year when I came to live with them. She was just a vision of beauty. Riding on a float, wearing a crown, waving at everyone. I thought I would drop dead when she passed by me. Anyway, I just thought I would give it a whirl. I'm 24. 25's the age limit. I just thought I would give it a whirl while I still could. Of course, I don't expect to win. That's crazy. I'm just in it for the experience. That's the main thing. That's actually why I dyed my hair red. I thought it would be more appropriate for the contest. Oh, did you bring that dress along with you? The one I asked about on the phone? You know, that beautiful red antebellum dress that you wore to the Natchez pilgrimage the first year after you got married? It will be perfect for me to wear in the contest. I'm trying to make crimson red my thematic color. I'll just need it for the opening parade of firecrackers. Why do you think I should wait until after the audition to see if I make the pageant? Don't you think I'll make it? I know they only picked 5 girls. I thought about it, and I, frankly, can't think of 5 other girls in this town who are prettier than me. I'm just speaking honestly now. Of course, there's Caroline Jeffers, but she's got those yellow teeth. Look, I know why you're worried. You think I've ruined my chances because of my reputation. Well, everyone knew that I used to go out with lots of guys and all that. Different ones. It's been a constant thing with me since I was young, and I just mention it because it's different now, since Aunt Renelle died and since I got that disease. Anyway, I go to church now, and I'm signed up to take an orphan out to dinner or to a movie once a week, and I work the cancer drive here just like you do in Natchez. My life has meaning. People aren't going around calling me Miss Hot Tamale anymore. Everything's changed. And being in that competition would be such an honor to me. I can't explain it.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I leave with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear. While I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Stars in your eyes. We stop believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear. While I watch people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you fall in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I never be more than I've always been? Tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear. While I'm
absolutely do not accept those same failings in mothers. We don't accept them spiritually, and we don't accept them structurally. Because the basis of our Judeo-Christian whatever is Mary, mother of Jesus. And she is perfect. She's a virgin who gives birth, unwaveringly supports her child and holds his dead body when he's gone. And the dad isn't there. He didn't even do the screwing. God is in heaven. God is the Father, and God didn't show up. So you have to be perfect, and Charlie can be a screw-up, and it doesn't matter. You will always be held to a different and higher standard. And it's screwed up, but that is the way that it is.
And now the end is here, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it here, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. To think, I think, each charted course, each careful step along the byway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. And yes, there was times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spat it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I've lived, I've loved, I cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not in a shy way. No, oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got?
jealous of us. Not just because we're twins, but also because we're best friends. You've got that right. If you're ever in a jam, here I am. If you're ever in a mess, I'm so happy. If you're ever so happy you laid it down, I'm your man. Friendship, friendship, just perfect friendship. When other friendships are soon forgotten, I was really hot. La 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 of the big day. And if you're ever down a well or in my well, if you're ever on the tree, and if you ever lose your beat when you're out to dine, follow mine. It's friendship, friendship, just perfect friendship. When other friendships are soon forget, ours will still be great. La 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 da hip hap hap. If they ever black your eyes, would be wise. And if they ever took your goose, turn me loose. And if they ever put a bullet to your brain, I'll complain. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships are soon forget, ours will still be a lot of control. And if they ever scratch your spine, jump a line. And if they ever cut your throat, write a note. And if they ever make a cannibal stew out of you, invite me too. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When all our friendships are off in smoke, ours goes down the oak. La la la. And if you ever lose your mind, I'll be kind. If you ever lose your shirt, I'll be hurt. And if you're ever in the mill and get sawed in half, I won't laugh. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When our friendships are off the break, ours will still be slick. La la la, woof woof woof, quack quack quack, chop chop chop, dig dig dig. When other friendships are soon forgot, ours will still be hot.
I hate the way you talk to me, and the way you cut your hair. Hate the way you drive my car. Hate it when you stare. Hate your big dumb combat boots, and the way you read my mind. Hate you so much, it makes me sick. It even makes me rhyme. I hate it. Hate the way you're always right. Hate it when you lie. Hate it when you make me laugh. Even worse when you make me cry. I hate it when you're not around. And the fact that you didn't call. But mostly, I hate the way that I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words, the light and my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote me.
I see a hole.
I was hoping you'd catch that.
It's a little poopier than I normally do, but I'm nervous.
Oh, I'm not too concerned about that. When I go to bed, I wrap my entire head in toilet tissue, so it normally gets a little smushed down anyway in that process.
Back in my class at the trade school, I was number one when it came to crossing the street, and I did my own.
Really? I would have known, and I could spot a ball job at 20 paces. Well, your technique is good, and your form of content will improve experience, so you're hired.
Oh,
And not a moment too soon. This morning we're going to be as busy as a one-armed paper hanger.
thank you, Miss Ruby, thank you.
No time. Now, you know the coffee stuff is. Everything else is on the tray next to the stove.
Here, let me help you. You've got tiny hairs and fuzzies all over you.
Honey, there's so much static electricity in here, I pick up everything except for boys and money. Now, be straight. And now, this is the most successful shop in town. Want to know why?
Why?
Because I just took philosophy that I stuck to for 15 years. There ain't no such thing as natural beauty.
There's no such thing as natural beauty.
Remember that, or we'll all be out of this job. I mean, just look at me now. It takes some effort to look like this.
I can see that. How many ladies do we have coming in this morning?
I restrict myself to the ladies of the neighborhood on Saturday mornings. Normally that'd be just 3, but today we got Shelby Dean. She's not a regular, she's the daughter of a regular. I got her something special with her hair. She's getting married this afternoon. Now, how long have you been in town?
A few weeks.
New in town? It must be exciting being in a new place. I wouldn't have known I've lived here all my life.
It's a little scary.
I can imagine. Well, tell me things about yourself.
There's nothing to tell. I live here. I've got a job now. That's it. Could I borrow a few of these back issues of the Southern here?
Sure. It's essential to keep abreast of the latest styles. I'm glad to see your interest. You must live close by. Within walking distance, I mean, I didn't see a car.
My cars. I don't have a car. I'm across the river at Roseline Ford now.
Ruth Roller. Now there's a story. She's a twisted, troubled soul. Her life has been experiment and terror. Husband killed in World War II. Her son was killed in Vietnam. I gotta say, when it comes to supper, she's right up there with Elizabeth Taylor.
I had no idea. Is that a gunshot?
Yes, dear, I believe it is. Plug in the hot plate, please.
But why is someone firing a gun in a neighborhood like this?
It's a long story. It has to do with Shelby's wedding and her father. You'll be happy if you just ignore it, like the rest of the neighborhood. Knock, knock. Morning, Clary. Morning, Truby. And now, I want you to meet the former First Lady of Shania, Miss Belcher. Clary, this is Annelle. She's taking Judy's place.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm sorry, dear. If I'd known I was meeting new people, I would have taken a little more pride in my appearance. What's your name, dear?
My married name's DuBois.
DePoy. I don't know any DePoys.
I just moved here.
That explains it. Clarice, do you mind if I call you Shelby first? That's fine. I'll amuse myself with Shelby's big day anyway. That situation has gotten worse than ever. And now, we're going to need more towels. They're stacked up next to the washing machine. Sweet girl, where'd you find her? She heard I had a position open and she just walked in. I think there's a story there. What makes you say that? Well, for starters, she's married, but lives at Ruth Rollins, alone. Well, you have some nice silverware you'd like to keep. I'm not worried about that. She's very nice. I just love the idea of hiring someone with a past. She's only 18. She hasn't had time to have a past. Huh? It's the 80s. If you can achieve puberty, you can achieve a past. Yuck. And now, how'd you make this coffee?
Like you said, I poured the water through the thing.
Where'd you get the water?
It was boiling on the stove.
Did you notice the hot dogs at the bottom of the pot?
No,
Make some more, please.
I'm so sorry. That's all right, dear. I like a good hot dog. Just without the cream and sugar.
Well, she's probably not an international spy, but if she works out, I may let her run the garage department.
I thought the twins were living in there while they went to college.
Recent developments, Lou is going away to LSU now, and Poop has sided with my cousin down in Baltimore. He doesn't want to be called Poop anymore. My babies are growing up.
Oh, your babies have gotten so
I'm
She
just
asks
a
me why.
I'm just a hairy guy. I'm hairy noon and night. Hair that's a fright. I'm hairy high and low. Don't ask me why. Don't know. It's not for lack of bread, like the Grateful Dead. Darling, give me a head with hair, long beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, singing, flaxen, waxen. Give me a down there, hair, shoulder length or longer. Here, baby, there, mama, everywhere, daddy, daddy, hair. Blow it, show it, long as got my hair. Let it fly and breeze and get caught in the trees. Give a home to the fleas in my hair. Oh, a home full of fleas, high for the bees. Oh, yeah, and it's for the birds. There ain't no words for the beauty. There's nothing for the wonder of my hair. Blow it, show it, long as got my hair. I want it long, straight to curly, fuzzy, snaggy, shaggy, ratty, ratty, oily, greasy, greasy, shiny, green, steaming, flaxen, waxen. Got it, polka dot, twisted, beaded, braided, powder, flowered, and confetti, rainbow, template, spangled, and spaghetti. Oh, say, can you see my eyes? If you can, then my hair's too short, down to here, down to there. I want hair down to where it's up by itself. I am go-go, and then they see me in my toga made of long, really deep, biblical hair. My hair like Jesus wore it. Hallelujah, I adore it. Hallelujah, Mary loved her son. Why don't my mother love me? Hair, blow it, show it, long as my hair. Blow it, show it, long as my hair. Blow it, show it, long as my hair.
House lights! There. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Great job.
Hey guys, I think your people want to see you, so come on out. I kind of don't know what to do right now. They're standing looking at you and you're looking at them. You guys can come on down. You come on down and say hi.